Hey YouTube folks, this is Tychonders here doing another action figure review. Now it's been a while since I did one, and this is a review for the G.I. Joe Figure Club subscription service figure of the G-Force character by the name of Gaucho. Essentially what this figure is a repaint of the Gung Ho figure, which is what the original figure was back way in the early 80s. So I'll get onto the figure itself first, or figure second. I'll go over the box first. So the box comes in the standard G.I. Joe 25th style packaging with the Joeclub exclusive up in the corner image of the character. The image is the recolored image for Gung Ho, as far as I know. I don't think it's a new image. It might be slightly altered because I think the grenade launcher is different. And then just flipping around to the back of the box, you just have a file card which basically says his name is Rico Gonzalez, or Gonzalez Rico. He's a primary military specialist, is mechanic, secondary is combat engineer, birthplace is Mexico. He is an SN-AF395452. I'm not sure what that is, and his grade is OR-6, which is Sergeant, and then there's a bio for him. I won't read out the whole bio, but if you might be able to pause it and read it. Hopefully the camera has picked up on the lettering. Hopefully it's good enough that you were able to read this. And he does come with a figure stand, which I generally don't tend to use for the Joe figures. But all in all, he is essentially a repaint, as I said, of the Gung Ho figure, the 50th anniversary Gung Ho figure. He does have a different tattoo on his chest, whereas the one for Gung Ho has, I think it's the Marines logo. This guy has like looks like a blue griffin, kind of dragon type, phoenix type thing. He comes with a satchel that has the Z-Force logo on it. Comes with a red version of Gung Ho's vest with the two grenades painted in black. His head is the exact same head sculpt. If I can bring it in. Hopefully it will zoom in on it and focus up. Come on, camera. You're focusing. Unfortunately, my lighting is probably not the best, so it's not taking the figure's head sculpt in. I know this thing will probably fall all over the place again. So he comes with a pistol, which has a working holster. He comes with the aforementioned satchel. He also comes with a knife for his boot. The paint work on mine is a little iffy. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's a bit scraped. The silver for the knife blade is a bit scraped off. He comes with this grenade launcher. And he comes with this big wrench, because he is, after all, the Z-Force mechanic. Now, originally, I'll just go over the articulations also. He has the standard kind of G.I. Joe joint in the shoulder, can rotate all around, single jointed elbow with just a little under 90-degree bend, can rotate around. He has swivel in the wrist with a hinge. He has an upper diaphragm joint, or upper ab crunch, all jointed head, single jointed knees, can do the splits that much, can dual jointed knee. As the hip articulation, he has single jointed leg, or single jointed ankle, but it has a rocker in it. And he stands, if I have my measuring tape to hand, which I don't seem to, he stands a little, if I remember correctly, he's just a hair taller than Jammer, which is his, yeah, he's a bit taller because of the sculpt for Gung Ho being taller. I have my measuring tape. So he stands in just around 4.5 inches tall. And he also comes with peg holes on the bottom of his feet, so you can use that aforementioned stand that he comes with. The stand is just a silver G.I. Joe stand with his name plate, or name on the plate for it. He holds his grenade launcher quite well. you can get him to hold it in one hand. He has trigger fingers sculpted in both hands. It is a little tough to get him to do a two-handed pose just because of the way the 50th anniversary Gung Ho body was made. It's very chunky, so his arms don't get a full kind of across the shoulder thing, but you can do it. So you can get him to hold it in two hands, and you can almost get him to do the same pose as he is on the box. So he's a really cool figure. A little bit of history about the figure is originally both Jammer and himself were exclusive repaints of the American versions of Stalker and Gung Ho, and they were packed exclusively with the Action Force, or the Action Force Z-Force headquarters, which was again a repaint of the 1984 silver G.I. Joe headquarters, which is the big, I think it's 1984, it could be later, I can't remember exactly if it was 1984 or the later one, but it's the big silver base that has like the engineering bay and a kind of jail cell and a computer area and a big gun that points out the front, that's based loosely on the kind of animation counterpart. And so those guys were sold exclusive as part of that figure, or part of that base playset, so you could only get them with that, so hence why the prices for them, the original versions, tend to be quite high for getting them on their own. They usually go for over nearly €100 plus kind of thing, where I was really happy that they actually decided to do these. I'm kind of glad that they didn't do just a direct repaint of some of the figures, like for example Jammer is not just a direct repaint of the first version of Stalker. He has a few new bits, and I think they used slightly different legs for Gaucho as well. They didn't just reuse all of Gung Ho's parts. I think they gave him a slight bit of a difference as well, so just to make him stand out a little bit different between the other ones. So all in all, he's a really cool figure. I do recommend picking him up if you can find him. The collector club stuff unfortunately does tend to be quite pricey. Some of the rarer figures, like what's the most recent one? The new version of Stalker that they did, which is the Arctic Tundra version of Stalker that comes with the little kayak looking thing, is incredibly expensive on the secondary market, which is a shame because it's one of the few figures of Stalker I remember getting new on card as a kid, and I love the thing, so I'm trying to get that at some point. But all in all, it's a really cool figure for Gaucho. I do have the Z-Force base, so I might do a review of that with them, because I don't have the original counterparts. I sold them a while back, so unfortunately I just have the Z-Force base without them. But if I do a review for the Z-Force base, I will use them as stand-in for their counterparts. So there you go, guys. Quick video review for the G.I. Joe Collectors Club figure subscription service. Figure subscription service G.I. Joe Gung Ho repaint of Z-Force Mechanic Gaucho. So hope you enjoy my video reviews, and as I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Cheers, guys.